Welcome, everyone, to the very first episode of Year 6. That's right. We are now entering our 6th season, 6th year of Sigma Duocast. A lot has gone through, a lot has changed, but nevertheless, the conversations, I would say, stay the same, but they only get better. So today is going to be a very special episode, the first episode of season 6. I have special guest Lore joining me. Welcome, Lore.
Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. And today we are going to be talking about Universal Studios Hollywood Halloween Horror Nights. You got to experience that, and I got to experience that. We did it separately, so we got two different experiences. The other cool thing is that the themes for this year's houses, you're passionate of a couple themes, I'm passionate of a couple themes, so totally different perspectives. So I hope you guys are excited for what's to come. We're going to break down all 8 of the haunted houses. We'll then talk about the Terror Tram, and then we'll talk about all the other miscellaneous things to it, any other shows, merch, food, and just overall the experience, because I believe we both had 2 totally different experiences in a sense.
I believe so, yes.
So I'm pumped. I hope you're pumped, and I hope you guys listening are super pumped. We are going to go, we're going to jump straight to it. So again, there were 8 themes this year around with the haunted houses for Horror Nights, and those themes are going to be Five Nights at Freddy's, Terrifier, Fallout, Jason Universe, the WWE, The Horrors of the Wyatt Six, or Six. It's SICKS. That's it's like, wait a minute. It sounded the same both times I said it. Poltergeist, and then Scarecrow, presented with music by Slash. And then Monstros 3, The Ghost of the Latin America. And then the Terror Tram was themed out to the 15-year anniversary of Blumhouse. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it in the way that we did it. First off, when did you go, and how was it, and what did you have any extra passes or anything to kind of set the stage for our audience on what your experience looks like?
So I went with my friend the second week that it opened. So on a Wednesday. We went on a Thursday, and we did get a pass. So we got the express pass, which I thought we didn't because my friend bought the tickets. And then I don't know if you saw on TikTok how bad the lines were. So yeah. I was panicking. I'm like, oh my God, we're not going to make it all. So when we got there, she's like, surprise. She got us the express pass. So that was nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You know, what's funny about the TikTok thing, and this is, I feel that we got to just, this is the traditional social media reaction of you see something and then you just assume that most of what I saw of that, because that was the whole consensus, was like the lines, but most of it was from Florida.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't even from Hollywood. So it's like we're panicking for no reason, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there were still some lines.
There were still some lines, but I feel like this year, especially with one of the IPs, it overhyped Halloween Horror Nights this year.
Definitely.
In my opinion. So I was a little terrified.
Yeah.
Because I was scared, like, oh, there's one house that I really wanted to go to, and I'm like, I was going to be very upset if I didn't make it to that house.
I do feel that there was 2 IPs overall that hyped it up this year, and one was I know the one you're alluding to, and then the other one, which will be the first house we talk about. I feel these were the 2 IPs that were just critical. I went just this past Friday. Had a whole little family vacation. We went Friday night. We have season passes, so we can go in whenever. But I did buy the 2 p.m. Entry, and then it's like the early one. You start at 5.
Access,
yeah. So that right there was pretty good. I didn't do the express pass. I was contemplating. I got close to doing it, but by the time I finally decided to pull the trigger, like they were sold out. And then when we were at the park, I just didn't bother asking because
at that point,
I figured it was sold out. Yeah. So we just kind of stuck with the game plan. Like, we're going to hit these houses in this order, in this way, because there's been a lot of like feedback, like you provide feedback. There's social media feedback on like what's the best way to approach them, where to start, which this is my third or fourth Horror Nights experience. So I kind of have an idea of what that looks like myself. But yeah, no, so it was me along with 3 others, my 2 kids and my wife, and then, no express. So on a Friday night. So you got to go on a Thursday night, and I did on a Friday, which I heard the weekends were no good. So as we present the houses, we'll talk about our experience in the wait, and we'll talk about like as the crowds get. So did you start at 5 or did you start at the general time?
We did at 2:00.
You did. So you had the early.
We went in 2:00. We did some rides, some typical rides, and then we'll talk more about our game plan.
Yeah. So let's jump right to it. So, as always, you always want to start in the lower lot when it comes to horror nights and any real fan fest because there's so much walking because Universal is not a conventional theme park where like Disney, Walt designed the hub specific for a reason where you can go to the center and then you have all the paths to the different lands. Where Universal, it's a working Hollywood studio and one of the last remaining few. And
it's getting bigger.
And it's getting bigger. Yeah, there's a lot of rumor, a lot of stuff that they're doing. They're trying to make it into a full-fledged theme park.
I know you said you got the 2 p.m. pass, right? So we actually rode the tram, just the general tram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's like something studio tour.
The studio tour, yeah.
And the lady that was talking was like, "Oh, you guys are here. You probably saw the Fast and the Furious ride. That's the first phase out of 5."
Yeah.
She said, yeah. So there's a lot of things coming really soon to Universal, which I'm really excited
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you know what to look for and if you follow certain people, there's some people out there that are like really in depth. There's this one guy I watch on YouTube, shout out Five Fires. He always like records every other day. And him and a couple other guys, they just always hype what's going on. And like, there's the Woody Woodpecker parking that's going on. There's a rumor to be a hotel being there. They're adding their potential rumor of a security gates for City Walk, kind of like how Downtown Disney does it now, where you have 2 entry points. So that way you can fully experience that whole thing. There's rumor of the land that was once the Fast and the Furious from the tram, and then off to the side where 2 of the houses are at. There's a building next to it that they're talking about removing, and so it's expanding, so we can get an expansion of like Harry Potter land. Like there's so many rumored lands that they're doing. I just read or heard 2 days ago that the long one of the best things about the studio tour is the what's it called? Oh my God, what is it called? The movie with Tom Cruise and the robots and they.
Robots.
War of the Worlds. There we go.
Oh, okay.
War of the Worlds. There's a part where like it's the neighborhood and it's all destroyed with the plane.
The plane,
yeah, which is part of like the horror Terror Tram in this year. That whole thing. There's rumor they're gonna be getting rid of it and redoing stuff. So they're doing a lot of things. There's a lot of rumors. Nothing is super solid, but yeah, Universal Studios is. They're making some moves over here in Hollywood because Universal. I mean, let's be real. I haven't been to Florida. But Universal, I feel, is king over there. I mean, they're overtaking Disney when it comes to theme parks with their Epic Universe, Islands of Tomorrow, which has Spider-Man and Fantastic Four before Disney's acquisition. And then you have just general Universal Studios. So there's 3 theme parks over there.
I actually am going next year on March.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're going to have to tell us how it is because I can't wait. I want to go to Epic Universe, but... Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
I know. I'm super excited for that one, too.
Are you doing that also or Disney
Epic,
as well?
No, we're doing Epic.
Just strictly Universal?
Yep.
There you go.
Just Universal. So I'm excited for that. So I'll let you guys know how that goes.
So, yeah, there's a lot coming to Universal. I'm a big Universal guy. I love Disney, but Disney's just too expensive, and I don't know. I know you're both, but...
I'm a little bit of both, but I think there's 2 different types of people.
Yes.
There's the Disney adults, and then there's the adult Universal people. Because I think it's just 2 different themes. I think Universal is more like adult-like. Yeah. And then Disney is like, of course, cartoonish and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong at all.
For me, it's Universal more than Disney.
100%. So let's jump into our game plan, the 8 houses. We're going to start. I think we kind of did the same path as far as what houses we hit. So we're going to kind of do it in that order. And we started with Five Nights at Freddy's. So yep. I'll let you start off with how your experience went.
So like I said, we started at 2:00, so we just did some rides, we ate a little bit. And then, so we always go downstairs, the lower lots. And then we're just walking, getting ourselves like ready for like whenever they were going to open up the lines to line up. But then we saw Five Nights at Freddy, and we started seeing people lining up. And I'm like, oh, snaps. Or people already lining up. I didn't think much about it, but we keep walking, and then we saw the line getting bigger and bigger. And I'm like, you know what? We need to probably line up. So the line, I don't know if you guys know if you guys been to Universal. So it's pretty much Five Nights at Freddy's started where Nintendo World is at. That's the entrance. The line was all the way to the Nintendo shop.
Dang.
Yeah, it was pretty far. And then I could tell, like, the workers were getting kind of stressed out. They were trying to tell people, like, oh, don't line up. Like, it's not ready. You could line up at 4:45. Just give us some time. But no one was listening. So I think at that point, so people wouldn't get too crowded, they were like, you know what? Let's just open it up. So they opened up the line. We were there. So when they opened the line, we got in pretty far. Like, we got inside, actually. Mm-hmm. And we just waited, like, I think 25 minutes. Because it started at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Exactly at 5. So we waited like 20 minutes, and then it was the Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know if you had that experience, but I smelled pizza.
Yeah.
I didn't even get inside yet, but the outside you could just smell the pizza in there.
Oh, dude. Yeah, we went down there. We got there we drove straight from here home all the way straight to there, went straight to the park. We got there about 2:30, 3 o'clock. Went in there, got our bracelets, and immediately went to lower lot because I already knew, because that's what we did for the weekend. I know they'll start the lineup beforehand, and so because it's the same area where they did the weekend a year ago. And so, so we were down there. We were just kind of hovering. Like, are we lining up yet? Lining up people. You can tell people are kind of just chilling. We're like, well, let's eat, because right there was the little concession, and that's where they had the Five Nights at Freddy pizza, the little cupcake and all that. So we ate food real quick. Got to try that, which wasn't too bad. And then we actually were just kind of waiting. And then finally, I was like, I need to have a beer or something. So I went inside to go get myself an alcoholic beverage, and I got myself a little Jack and Coke can. And as soon as I exit, I just started seeing people running, and I saw my family. They're already going. So I was like, oh, shoot, I'm just going to go right away. So as soon as I caught up to them, and then, they let us go all the way inside, which was pretty awesome, because that way, you're in a room. You're not really in the sun or anything. And it was kind of a muggy day. It was weird because the tropical storm had just passed LA.
Yeah.
And same thing. We waited there probably about 25 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then once at 5 o'clock, once it actually happened, we kind of just
started
went right
flowing.
in. Yeah. I loved this house in terms of like nostalgic of the theme.
Yes.
It followed the movie, not necessarily the games. So it followed the films, and it was pretty cool. I wouldn't say there was it wasn't scary, though. I would say that much.
I was going to say, I never played the game, but I remember watching streamers play the game, and that was fun. I watched the movie, which the movie was okay for me. I didn't really mind it. Overall, like, the outside, it was, like, really beautiful. The props and everything. The scare factor for me wasn't that scary. If I have to rate it from 3 to 10, I'll just give it a 3, because it was very, like, vibrant, very colorful so far. Yeah.
Not scary.
Mm-mm. The theme was cool, though.
Definitely vibrant. I love the theme. So here, and this is where it's going to be interesting, because I like Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, I'm not hardcore into it. My kids were really hardcore into it, and then I got to know more. And then once, I think one of my kids was explaining to me the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's. It's actually pretty diabolical. It's pretty crazy. And it's very interesting. But the games give you tidbit stories. There's so much more to it. So that's why I'm hoping the movies gets to explore that. We did get some of that in the first film. Mm-hmm. The second one, which comes out this December, I feel would continue that, because there's a whole lore with like ghosts and possession and all this stuff to it. So I'm really, really interested and really excited to see that. I'm going to do ranking. Like, I'm going to do one since there's 8 houses, I'm going to go like whoever's number 1 is going to be the best one, and whoever's like number 8 is like the worst one.
Okay.
I gave Five Nights at Freddy's an 8 for scare factor. It is not scary at all.
So you're like, overall, that's your rating?
Yeah.
Okay. I give it an 8. Just, it's not scary. The theme was very vibrant, and it just reminded me like memories of watching people, like the streamers, play. Mm-hmm. I love the scent of the pizza.
When you go into the kitchen, that was dope.
This is just a fun house.
Yeah,
but
it was cool. Yeah, it was fun. It was cool seeing, because the first Freddy animatronic that you see when you walk in, that is a full working Jim Henson animatronic, which was amazing to see.
All of them are.
Well, a lot of them,
Some of them, like, you can tell. There was people behind them.
But that one was like full-fledged, like controlled and everything. Like they put a lot of money into that single Freddy one. But yeah, they all look sick. Like just seeing them was cool. And I love the security office. It was probably my favorite room to see. Because again, that's where you spent most of the game.
Yeah.
It's in there.
You're just staring at the screens.
So yeah, I would say, because we were doing scare factor, we're doing in terms of theme, like the novelty of it. We'll talk about the atmosphere as far as like, did it look grotesque? Did it smell bad? Did it look gory? And then we'll give you the overall rating. Again, 1 being best because there's 8 houses, 8 being not good because obviously. So we said scare factor, we gave it 8. We think it's like the least scary house in that entire thing. This is where, again, this is all personal opinion, yours and mine, and for you guys to interpret. This is where we'll probably defer when it comes to theme, and probably overall rating will be the biggest contrast. In terms of theme, novelty, the setting, everything, what's your ranking for that?
For that one, the theme, everything was, I gave it like a 3.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, because it's just very like vibrant. It was very colorful. I liked it. Like I said, it just brought me memories of when I was watching streamers play that game. So I was like, it was nice. Nostalgia, I guess, in a way.
For theme, I'm gonna give it a 1.
Oh wow!
Because this out of all the houses outside of one other IP, this was the one IP I was excited for, and I know the family was excited for, kids were excited, and again, I know a lot about in terms of what they've taught me, educated me on, and it was just so awesome. Like pretty much almost like walking through mini versions of set pieces from the film, let alone the game. And I don't know if you grew up with it, listeners. I know some of my millennials and above there will remember this. The current generation maybe not, but the classic Chuck E. Cheese house, Chuck E. Cheese restaurant. Like there's one in San Jose that I used to always go to, and I freaking love it. You don't have that anymore. And Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's kind of that theme of like Chuck E. Cheese. And so it just took me back going into it from the very entrance all the way through. I was like, wow. But in terms of just theme, like I said, novelty, the whole aspect of that, that's a 1 for me. It was well worth it. I think they executed well. Atmosphere, the gore, the smell, everything.
It wasn't very gory at all. I think the most was the set.
But it was good. Unlike other houses.
Do you remember? Were you there for the Killer Clowns?
I was there for Killer Clowns, but I didn't do it.
That house was probably the number 1 with the whole set. Because each room, one smelled like popcorn, one smelled like cotton candy, the other smelled
really?
like, so I love that when they add the scents, because it really like brings
the
it
good
up.
scents.
Yeah. That one, I'll give it a 3. It was good. I liked it. That was good.
In terms of, how do I want to say this? I know what you're saying, and I agree with that. But I'm going to use it in terms, because this is horror nights, right? In terms of like it being uncomfortable and just gross and all that, I'm going to give it an 8. But that 8, you can look at it like it smelled great. So you won't go in there like wanting to vomit. So it's kind of almost like a reverse 1 in a sense, but it's good. Like that 8, it's like it smells good and everything. Because I'm gonna give you guys, the top ranked one I'm gonna give you is gonna be like gross. Overall ranking for Five Nights at Freddy's.
Out of 10, or
we'll do the same thing from 1 to 8. So 1 being the best one, 8 being the least.
That was my number 3.
That was your third house. This was my number 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Again, most of it carried by the theme itself.
Yeah.
All right. So after Five Nights at Freddy's, you cross Transformers. Actually, we did that backwards. If I remember, actually for us, because Scarecrow wasn't open yet. It was at 5:45, and then I looked at the thing, and I saw there was a 5-minute, 10-minute wait for Jason Universe for us, so then we went to Jason.
I think we did the same thing, actually, because it was Five Nights.
Because I remember when we exit Jason, we went straight into Scarecrow.
Yeah.
So,
Jason, yeah.
All right, so we'll go into Jason Universe. Like I just said, it wasn't opened. it said it opened at 5:30 because that's technically when everything opened, but they opened 5 o'clock for 5 nights. And then we looked at I was looking at the app and it said, oh, Jason's open. So we went straight to Jason and we were pretty close to the front. And sure enough, we had to wait like 5 minutes just for them to actually open. So we went straight into it. This was a very dark house.
Very dark. Like, I didn't even see the person in front of me.
Yeah. Yes. You couldn't see nothing.
Nope, not at all. It was actually nice, though. Because usually I don't know if you guys been to Halloween horror nights, but you're always in front of someone. So sometimes that's why sometimes the scare factor goes away.
Yes.
Because you see the person, like the characters jump already.
Because
so
they're on clockwork.
Yeah, so like, oh, they jumped right there. So you're like looking at that direction, like, oh, I know you're coming out. So it was nice. That was really dark. Because actually, that's the first house that actually I jumped. I actually got scared.
I'm right there with you. This house actually, they got me a couple times.
Yeah. I made moves that I didn't know I knew how to make.
Dude, I was like dodging freaking Matrix bullets, dude. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. What's going on here? Yeah,
But I don't know about you, but I feel like it was short.
It felt, you know why it fell short? Because because it was dark. You couldn't see a lot. So you didn't really know, in some cases, what was happening. So yeah, this house was I would say this is probably the scariest one in terms of jump scare, in terms of getting you. It was really cool it's called Jason Universe for a reason. You actually see almost every version of Jason. They had some key moments, like scenes from throughout the whole film franchise. I'm not a big like Jason fan. Like, I'm not big into slashers like Halloween, Jason, Scream. What's the other one? Chucky. Like, there's a lot of those movies where I'm not too big of a fan. Like, I watched them when I was little and they like probably scared me when I was young, but now I'm just like, I'm cool with it. I'm not like overhyped putting on pedestals on a sense. So a lot of it was kind of new to me. My kid, especially like my eldest son, he loved it. I mean, he went dressed as the Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis arcade Jason, blue cool. and purple look. And so he was really excited for it. And it was interesting. But to your point with the jump scares, that's one thing I did this year differently was I purposely like held back. So, you know how you have like the little curtains? Like, I would wait. Like, I'd let the people in front. Because usually last year, they were just like hurting you. Like, oh, keep it moving, keep it moving. And this year, there wasn't too much of that. So, thankfully, I was able to like, all right, I'm going to pause for a second. All right, couple steps. All right, now we're going to go through. Because I wanted, the family to experience it. Because that's usually what happens, to your point. It's like, you'll see the jump scares. And I'm very thankful and smart that I did that because, shit, there was times where it got me. It got me. The very first one, it was like a girl that comes out of the wall. I don't know, what is going on with this? She just like, I couldn't see her. I didn't know she was there. And she just like jumped there in front of me. And I'm like, bruh.
I don't think that one got me. I think the one that got me is the second one when you walk and then Jason it was like a tree and then Jason just comes out of nowhere because it's dark. Do you remember that scene? Like, he literally just comes out and I'm just like, ah. I'm like, oh, like, hello. I don't know if you smelt it, but so the theme of Jason was because he's from the forest, because that's where he normally kills.
Yeah,
like he's like a camp. It's
in the camp Crystal.
Yeah, camp. It feel like muggy.
Yeah,
Did it feel muggy for you?
Like a summer night.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, on top of it already being muggy.
Even though being more muggy, I feel like a little muggier. Like I smell like grass. That's one thing that my my family said. It was the campfire. Like, they smelled the campfire, like it smelled good. I didn't really. My senses suck. Well, my sense of smell, for one, but I don't really remember that part of smelling because I was honestly just more focused on where the hell am I walking towards? True. Where am I going to get jumped from? Yeah,
and because I was the front of the pack of my of my family.
I think I even to the point where it was so dark that
had your hands
hit a
out.
Wall. Yeah, I hit a wall, and I'm like, wait. Where's the curtain? I think I lost myself. So I think the person, because they do have like workers just be there just in case something happens.
Black clothes blending in.
They just like pushed me a little, like, go a little bit that way. I'm like, okay, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this one got me. I was really impressed. I wasn't really too excited for the IP to begin with, but I was heavily surprised. So, scare factor,
A 1.
1.
Yeah.
100%. How about theme?
Theme, I like Jason. I've seen all the movies. I'll give it a 2.
I'm very familiar with Jason. I liked the whole universe of seeing all different kinds. I gave it a 2 also.
What about atmosphere?
Atmosphere.
A 1.
I gave this one a 4.
Okay.
Because it wasn't. I loved the. It was. I think the darkness, although it was effective, it took away from some of the appreciation of the sets. So I couldn't really see what was going on.
Makes sense.
The only time you really saw what was going on was when something was lighting up, like a body was like being electrocuted, and you're like, oh, okay, cool, I can kind of see. And then like certain lights, strobe lights, whenever the scare came at you. I think overall the atmosphere was great. It wasn't. It didn't smell bad, and it wasn't as gory. So that's why I give this one a 4.
Yeah, I gave it just a 1, just because out of the 4 years that I've been to horror nights, this is the first house that actually got me. So it was nice.
It was good.
Yeah.
Overall rating.
That was my first house, number 1.
Same.
Yeah.
I gave that one a number 1. So Five Nights at Freddy's, I gave it a 2.
I give it a 3.
3. And then Jason, number 1. So Jason was arguably the best house that they had there. All right. So let me get I wanted to do something real quick. Okay, there we go. All right. So the next one, so as soon as you exit Jason Universe, it's the backside of the shop, of Transformer shop, which leads you perfectly into the Scarecrow, featuring music by Slash. Wait time for this one for us was this was the one I think we waited the longest.
Honestly, with the Express Pass, us too.
I wanted, where'd it go? Yeah, so because Freddy's was like a 5-10 minute wait. Jason was about 5-10 minute wait. This one was about a 20-minute wait, but that's only because it wasn't open just yet. It opened at 5:45 for whatever reason, and by the time we exit Jason, we still had to wait like 15 minutes for it to open, and then we had to wait like actually it was close to 30 minutes probably if you consider it that way. So yeah, Scarecrow. I'll kick this one off.
Oh.
This one reminded me, last year they had Texas Chainsaw Massacre there.
I like that one.
Yeah. I don't like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I like it, but I don't like it. Like honestly, to me, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is probably like my number 1 like horror film, like horror franchise. Like it genuinely scares me. I will avoid it if I can. Like I won't watch that movie at all. This is why I didn't really get into Resident Evil 7, because it reminded me of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre a bit, crazy family and all that. So they did Scarecrow, which reminded me a lot of that. The entry was great. Everything was great. The theme of being a scarecrow was kind of all right, but a lot of the set pieces and everything was very much Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibes. It didn't necessarily scare me. I mean, it got me maybe once. There was a couple good ones that came out, but the smell was horrible.
Really? That's the thing. I didn't smell anything.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's insane.
We waited, I think that's the one that we waited also maybe like 30 minutes, 25 minutes. For me, scare factor was like an 8 because it wasn't scary. But also, I didn't know what to expect. I know it's music from Slash.
Which I didn't even hear it too much.
Really? I thought it was really loud.
Was it?
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
For me, it was like just really, really loud. That took kind of away the factor of everything.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I wasn't paying attention to the music. I like totally forgot about the music, to be honest with you.
Was like the theme okay? I mean, I think this house, at least for me at the moment, was like the lowest. Because there's nothing. There was no scare factor. There was like the theme of it. Like I said, I didn't know what to expect. So I thought like, okay, I don't know what to expect. So they better give me the wow factor when I was walking. Yeah. It didn't give me the wow factor at all. Overall, like I said, it was loud. The props were kind of decent, I guess. But I walked out of that house kind of like disappointed.
Gotcha. Yeah. So scare factor, you said you gave it an 8? Mm-hmm. I gave it a 3. It wasn't like necessarily scary. I mean, there was some good jump scares. The problem with the jump scares was they're a little predictable, and I saw them ahead of time. But anything, like I said earlier, I can't smell. Right, my senses suck. So when I actually smell something bad, that means it's bad. Yeah. So
what did you smell?
It's just like it smelled just like how it was chainsaw. Like it's like meat, like rotten the barn, rotten meat. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I smelled the barn, but it was like more like hay. I guess if hay has a smell.
Oh no, man! Like it was gross to me. That's why so scare factor, I gave it a 3. Theme, I'm with you. I gave it an 8. It's like the lowest one. Yeah. It was just a random theme. Atmosphere, because of the smell, for me, I can't do that smell. I gave it a 1.
Okay, makes sense.
Because it just smells so bad.
Some people have very like sensitive smell, and I guess that one just got to you.
It smelled so bad that when I left, I think me and my wife both, and I don't know, I could be putting words in her mouth, so I'm just saying for me at least, I was tasting it.
Oh, okay.
We were out of the house. We were we're already walking down, getting back to the tram, and I'm like, and that's what happened to me when I did the Texas Chainsaw. I was still tasting it. Oh. And that's how impactful that smell is. And so for it to do that was intense. Yeah. And it was so bad that when I tried the Radaway drink, the Fallout Radaway drink, which we have we have it on the counter over there. I don't know if you noticed it, but they're still full. Because it tasted like the damn house. I was like, what? I was like,
why? How is that even possible?
Exactly. I'm like, is this the smell that they've been throwing in this room or what in this house? What's going on? So I was like, oh, I can't drink this because it literally gave me PTSD flashback of the stupid house smell. So
that's funny.
That's why I gave it 1. Overall rating though, what would you give this?
This is going to be my lowest.
Same.
Yeah, that was my lowest.
Yeah, similar taste on this stuff, man. Yeah, I gave it an 8 as well. So after that, there was one more house down in Lower Lot, but we did that last, and you said you did that last. So we went up to the upper lot, and then we went to Terrifier and Poltergeist. Yes. Both at this time when we went there, both of these were straight walk-ins for us, so no waits, which was amazing. But we did do Terrifier first. Did you guys do that one first or Poltergeist?
Who I went with was my friend, and then she brought her child. He was not allowed to go to Terrifier house. So I went by myself. That was the first house that I went to myself.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
There was
Oh, I guess I should have said, yeah. So it was myself, my friend, and then her son, who's like 7 or 8. So, and he loves Horror Nights. This is his second year coming with us. But Terrifier was one of the houses that, as a parent, they've seen the movie, yeah. They didn't want.
Okay, so it wasn't that they didn't allow the Universal. It was just one.
Just more of the parents.
Got it.
They knew what Terrifier was, and they're like, no, let's not have him go in there and scare him. Which made sense. I mean, it's understandable. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the same experience. Terrifier was like 5 minutes. Poltergeist was like maybe 5 or 10.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's jump into, let's talk about Terrifier then. So you got to do that one by yourself.
Yeah, I did that one by myself.
And I know you're a fan of Terrifier.
I love Terrifier. I love Art the Clown. The movies, I guess what I can say is Art has become the new modern horror clown. You know how everyone has like Jason, Freddy Krueger. That's like the classics. Art is probably the modern. He's the new it right now.
Okay. So that's kind of a sidebar of a conversation, because before we record, I was telling you, like, I don't know nothing about Terrifier. I've seen the clown. I didn't even know his name was Art until just, I guess, when Hollywood Horror started. And what do you call it? So I did watch the first film last night. My wife had watched them, and surprisingly, she didn't really get into them. I don't know if we just got to like grow into them or what's going on. I watched it, and it was the first time me seeing anything with it. And so I kind of got that vibe from it, where it's like a Jason and Halloween sense, right? Where he just goes and kills. He's a silent character, but he's very, how can you say it, animated in a sense of like
committed,
facial and stuff. Like he's like tries to be funny, but in a very like sadistic, sinister way.
Yeah, I agree.
So that kind of, now seeing the movie, because I just watched literally last night, and I still got the other two to watch, but I kind of now makes sense, like everything that I've seen so far for Horror Nights, how he's just like kind of joking in a sense, because I didn't know. I was just like, what?
I feel like a lot of people heard about Terrifier, that he was gonna be there, and I think that really brought up the people to go to Horror Nights, because there's a very big fan base of Art the Clown.
Yeah, we're talking about the two IPs that were very popular for this year, and Five Nights at Freddy's was the first one. Terrifier is the second one for sure.
Which I love Terrifier, but I was also a little disappointed because I don't know. I know there's Hollywood Horror Nights and there's Orlando Horror Nights, but they did say that Art the Clown was going to be all over the place in a different outfit, so you'll see him multiple times. I only saw him once
in the
scare zone.
Oh, like roaming around?
Roaming around, yeah.
So I saw that too. What I saw was the first week or two, maybe the first week.
It was the first week.
It was very popular. The problem is people.
Yep. I was going to say people
ruined it. They got, because the thing is that the scare people in the scare zones, like all the workers at Universal, even in the houses, like they will get borderline close to you, but they will never touch you. Mm-hmm. They'll never interact you in that aspect. They respect your space, and in return, you're supposed to respect their space. You're not allowed to touch anyone. You're not allowed to do any of that stuff. Now, we'll say that from what I've seen, some of like the TikTok or social media videos, Art would seem to be an exception, because he got really in depth where he touched some people, and they, and so that encouraged people to respond. And so I feel it's kind of like a double-edged sword from Universal and general public. But because I guess there was maybe some incidents where people were getting a little too responsive in terms of touching, that they decided to cut back Art the Clown from roaming around, to where they limited him to either barely showing up or not showing up at all.
Yeah, because he was I only saw him in the lower lots. I didn't see him on the upper lots at all.
I saw him once in the lower lot. At some point, me and my son, we went, my youngest son, he wanted to do Jurassic World. And I'm like, really, Jurassic World at like 9 o'clock at night, dude? Like, come on. And so we did the Jurassic World, and as soon as we came out, because that's where the line for the Wyatts was, so they had to like at times close it off so people can walk past, and then they'll open it up. And while we were waiting on the backside with Jurassic, on the other side of that line, we saw Art the Clown roaming and doing stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you saw that he had like a worker behind him as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're always going to have some type of liaison somewhere.
I was sad because I actually really wanted to take a picture with him. Yeah, but I knew like when all that was happening, and I just saw him once, and he wasn't even stopping. He'll like stop, do something silly, and then just walk away again. Like he was he's always moving around. Yeah.
Did he, when you did the house, because you have the Terrifier house again, I don't know a lot of the scenes in the house or the film, but in the front of it looked like a classic carnival, like scare house of horrors. It looked like. Was he out front when you went? Because when we went, he was out front, like interacting with people in the line.
No, he wasn't out front when I was there.
Gotcha. Yeah. So when we went up, and we briefly waited. He was out front, and he like kind of walked the line with some of us and was kind of just doing whatever. Then he walked back, and he had his little hammer, and then he went into the actual house. And then he went and like he jumped out and scared people while you were inside.
No, unfortunately, no, I didn't see that.
That was interesting. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the films. I would say this house was probably the goriest house.
It was, yes.
There was one. I heard this is the house that you were supposed to get drenched
and super smell bad.
Yeah, but because people were slipping in the first week, they toned it back, I guess, with the whole getting wet and everything. Because they even had like
they're supposed to say to have ponchos out.
Yeah. But we didn't see any of that or anything. We did get wet once though. There was a scene where Art slices this dude's neck, and me and my eldest son were like looking at him like, what the heck? And we got straight splashed in the face. Yep. I was like, bro, what just happened? Was not expecting that. So because you're a fan of the films and you've seen everything, the scenes, because it looks like it follows like the movies and
it's all the movies iconic scenes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and it's
did it execute them well for you?
Execute for really, really well for me.
Yeah, I would say this was probably one of the most graphic houses, the graphic house that they had.
That I've seen, at least the past 3 years. I could at least remember.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I didn't get to see the thing with the last couple Horror Nights. I didn't do all of the houses, so I can't fully say that. But the houses that I did do, this was probably the most graphic one. Okay, so let's go scare factor.
For me, it was a 4.
4? Mm-hmm. I gave it a 6.
Okay.
And I think that's because I didn't know too much of what it was going on with it. Because it didn't jump out to me because, again, I didn't know Art was kind of like a sinister, funny guy in a sense. Half the time when he's doing stuff, he's just smiling. And so I'm like, I don't know if I should be scared or like, all right. So like there wasn't nothing that really like came out at me. It was just like he was there and he was just doing stuff. So that's why I gave that one a 6. And then this is probably where it'll heavily differ between you and I because I don't know too much of the IP, but theme.
Theme for me was a 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I gave it a 5 because again I didn't know too much of the IP.
Like, once you watch the movies, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
I remember it.
Yeah.
And then atmosphere.
I gave it a 5. This is the reason why. Actually, I gave it a 6 because I expected more. First, I thought I was going to get drenched because they keep saying, "Oh, you're going to get wet." You know, buy a poncho if you don't want to get wet or whatnot. So I thought that I was going to get wet. No, I didn't. Second, the bathroom scene. The scent.
Oh, yes.
I think I didn't get it as bad as you. That's why I gave it a 6. So the bathroom scene is just, it's a bathroom. So it smelled like poop. It didn't smell that. It smelled, but it didn't smell that bad to me.
You know what? I kind of forgot about the bathroom scene. So thanks for reminding me. Because, that was gross. That was probably... And I didn't get to, because I recorded every house. I had the phone like right up like underneath my chin, try to keep it like almost like semi eye level. And I recorded every walkthrough, and I was gonna watch them again before we started. And now that you said that, like it just triggered, and that was gross. And it was crazy because you just really saw every stall had like some dead body, but then when you saw a dude just chilling there, and then he just kind of ran towards you, it was like. Oh. And I didn't know that was supposed to be poop in his hands because obviously you've seen the first movie. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
Now I understand.
I understand it.
That guy was trying to come and put some poo on my face. I get it on a 3 for sure. Even now knowing that, because to your point, like it just seemed very like not scary, but it was very fitting to Art. Like, because he didn't come out and jump scare you. He was just like half the time he was already in the room just looking at you, but he was doing something, and then he like turned the attention towards you. Okay, so overall rating?
That's my second house.
Your second one? I think because this was, I didn't know the theme too much, and I didn't really know if I should be scared or not. I gave this one a 7.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I gave this one a 7 because not that it's not great. It's just, again,
you went in there not knowing what
to expect, not knowing what Art the clown, and again, he looked scary, but he was just like half the time he was already there and he's just doing stuff.
You're like, am I supposed to be scared of you? Not supposed to be scared of you?
Yeah. I feel like if I was a fan of Terrifier, this definitely would be up on my list because some of the scenes, to your point, very iconic too, like from the films. But yeah. All right. So after that, we did. Poltergeist was right next to it. It was a straight walk-in for us, like no wait whatsoever. How do you feel about Poltergeist? First, did you see the original film?
I did.
Okay, cool.
It's a classic.
Yeah, because this was heavily based off the original.
It's original. You could tell too. A lot of the props looked a little old.
Yeah,
because they had that house before.
Oh, they did.
So it's like a repeat in a way.
Is that why it wasn't like hyped at all?
Yes, because it was already like a house before.
Oh,
so that's why a lot of people are like, "Oh, okay, sure."
Yeah, that I didn't realize. Yeah, no, it seemed I almost like didn't even realize that was like a house that they had in the thing, because it was very just low key.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was. I love the classic. I love classic movies, and that's the Poltergeist is the original was always the best one. I just feel like they could have done more, because it was mostly just props, to be honest.
It reminded me of the Freddy house, where it's like you're walking through the movie, and that's what this was, like you're walking through the movie. There wasn't necessarily any scare factors. You can kind of predict when it was coming. One did get me at the very end, but that's only because I was a little cocky, and I thought it was a dummy, and I was like, they ain't gonna do shit. And then all of a sudden the thing moved, and I was like, bruh. Because you're walking through.
That's what I get.
You're walking through. There's towards the end. You're walking through the cemetery, and you see people in coffins, and every I think I don't know. There's probably like 8 or 9 coffins, and I think 2 of them had people in, actual people, but they looked like sometimes it's easy to tell. You just look down at their feet, and if you can kind of see like a stand in a sense, you'll see a very, very faint stand. That's how you know that it's not.
Yeah.
And I would have sworn on the one, and that's how they probably realize that people catch on. I would have sworn there was a stand there. So I was like, oh, no big deal. And I kind of drifted my body towards it. And I was like, I think I was turning or looking at something else. And then as soon as it turned back, that freaking girl just, and I was just like, bruh, are you kidding me right now? But overall, no, it was just cool seeing the scenes. Like, my wife was very excited. She was telling me a lot about like the scenes, like, oh, this is the scene of the kitchen, you know, the little maggot things or whatever, and then the guy ripping his face off, and I was like, oh shoot, like, and I'm like, dude, I haven't seen Poltergeist in forever.
Yeah,
so I was trying to remember.
I saw some people that went in there, they had the shirts. I'm like, oh, they're like true fans. Like, that was probably their number one house. Scare factor overall, I gave it an 8 because it wasn't scary at all.
This one was kind of mid-pack. This one, gave it a 5 for this one because that freaking cemetery. Yeah. I'm sorry. If you're able to get me unexpectedly, or, you know, me being careless thinking, oh, I already know it's coming, but you get me.
All right.
You're going to get points. Yeah. Automatic.
I totally agree with you.
Theme?
I gave it a 6. I mean, I just love the classic movie, but that's it. Also, I haven't seen the movie in a while, so maybe that's why. I should have probably rewatched it, and maybe it'll bring me more of a like nostalgia. But
I think that's what I'm gonna do next year's Halloween Horror, whatever IPs they show out. I'm just gonna try to watch if there's any content about it beforehand, because some of it's original IP, but if it's a licensed IP, I'm just gonna get educated on everything. Because I think, again, this is why Freddy and another one that's coming up, Fallout, I was really excited about, because I know it. And Terrifier part would have been up there. Jason would have been up there. Poltergeist. Had I like done a
little bit of research, just watch the movie or something.
And like the Wyatts, I kind of know a little bit of that, because I used to, I'll watch wrestling every now and then. So that one kind of made sense to me. But yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I gave this one, as far as theme, I gave it a 4. Okay. Because I love Hollywood. I love movies. If I could walk on a movie set, be on a movie set, and just get immersed into it, I'm there for it all day. So
makes sense.
Atmosphere,
I gave it a 5.
I did 6.
Just feel a little old. Maybe update it a little bit. Have more like characters actually scare you. Yeah. A couple jump scares, because like there was one, like you walked through one of the bedrooms. Yeah. And I mean, you see like the clown already like taking the kid, but it's like a mannequin. It's just like dolls. Yes. And then you're just like, I laughed at that part because it reminded me of Scary Movie.
I say this to my wife all the time.
I'm like,
I go, every time I see this clown,
I just can't take it serious.
Exact. Oh my god. Exact. Yeah. I was telling that to my wife, and last night I was like, do you remember that scene? She's like, I don't really remember. I go, let me show you. Yeah. So I showed her the scene where freaking Ray want to play with the clown under the bed, and then he uses his method of hook to bring it back into under the bed, and you're like,
I think that's why I also lost like the fear or whatever of this house, because it just made me laugh, especially with that clown. I'm like, I couldn't take it serious.
I would love it. It wouldn't be scary though. That would be the ironic part if they did it. A scary movie haunted house, and ironically make it scary to jump scare, but still have like the funny.
That'll be actually pretty good.
I think that'd be very interesting to see.
Yeah.
just span the first two. Anything with the Waynes, because after that, I was forget it. Overall, I gave it a 5.
Me too. Overall, a 5.
Nice. All right. So after that, we went back and we went to, you go back to the upper lot, the central part of everything. They have like the whole Dia de los Muertos, like drinking, food, everything. And so there's 2 houses right there, Fallout and Monstros 3. Did you guys do Fallout or Monstros first?
We did Fallout first.
So we did Fallout as well. My wife went there full gear. She has the whole vault suit. We have the Pip-Boy. She went all out. Yeah.
So I'm assuming that was her number 1 house.
Number 1 house for sure. Mm-hmm. This was the other IP that I was personally super excited for because I'm a big Fallout fan. Played all the games. Loved the Amazon show, which this house was heavily focused on. It was from the show, not necessarily the games, which was a little disappointing. But it wasn't bad because you kind of walk through the whole season. We waited about 20 minutes or so. And yeah, I enjoyed this house.
I mean, so I never played Fallout. I watched the show. In my head, I just thought like, oh, it's a video game. So I didn't know what to expect. But I know there's like a fan base. I mean, it was fun. It was cool. It kind of reminded me a little bit of FanFest, Star Trek.
Don't you say it. Don't you say it.
That's how I felt. I'm like, oh, okay, it's cool. I mean, that's it. Good job, you guys.
Don't compare it to Star Trek's FanFest. That was terrible.
Yeah. I won't say Fallout was that terrible, but going in, since I didn't watch Star Trek, I was like, that's how I went in. Like, sure, I'll go in here because it's another house. But I didn't expect a lot.
So, and that's fair because that's how
yeah.
When you don't know the IP, that's how you feel about it. I absolutely loved this house because I'm, again, big Fallout fan. Love Fallout 3, Fallout 4. Again, the Amazon show was great. It followed the Amazon show. It was really cool. Now, I will say it wasn't the best interpretation. The IP is what really hits my heart in a sense. But the execution of the house, it definitely could have been better. It felt more of like a walkthrough experience, a recap of the show. You start off in the vault, which was cool to see. People are starting to go crazy and attack, which was all right, cool. Because that's what happens in the games. That's what happens in the show. After that, you're kind of out into the wasteland, which is cool because now you get introduced to the other character. And then you go into the supermarket and you see the diabolical robot and you see some of the zombie hordes in there and everything, which was really cool. And then you get like that final hurrah where you get the power armor fighting the grizzly, the crazy grizzly. And then that was it. Like, it was super short. It was very short. What I loved about it, because again, my wife went fully dressed and she had like the official Bethesda Pip-Boy, which is the thing they wear on the bracelet, and it has like the computer, tells the vitals and everything. What was so cool, and I told her, I said, you got to go in front of me. You in this house, you're front. Me and the kids will be behind you. And what was cool is that not only were like the actors in character for the house, but when they recognized her outfit, let alone the Pip-Boy, they reacted to it.
Oh, that's cool.
They actually played off of that. So like she'd walk in and she'll, like, when we're in the wasteland, for example, there's this one dude, he's sitting there and he's like ready to like kind of like beat you, what I mean? He's a raider. And as soon as he gets close to the thing, he realized right away it's her outfit, and then he saw the Pip-Boy and he like started gesturing to it and like responding to it, and then he had to like continue the show because like a zombie was on the other side of it. And then throughout the whole thing, like they were like acknowledging it, and cool. That so that was like what did it for me, is that not only were like these actors in character for the house, but they understood the lore. Yeah. They weren't just there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but my job is to scare. They actually, like an actor, they go and read the material and figure it out. So that was the cool piece for me. It was that it felt very immersive to the world. We actually interacted with her. That's actually pretty cool. As far as it being scary, it was a 7 right there for me, right next to Five Nights at Freddy's in a sense. It wasn't scary at all. There was no jump scares for me.
No, not at all.
What's your rating on the scare?
Oh, I give it an 8.
8?
Yeah, it was not scary at all.
Theme?
I'm gonna give the theme a 4 because I know a lot of people love the video game, and my friend's kid liked Fallout, so I saw him get excited for it, so that made me excited for him. So I give it a 4.
That one was a 3. That one for sure. If it was longer, and if we would have seen the power armor, I mean, I get he couldn't really do too much with it. Like a little more of that, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Atmosphere. I give this one a 7.
I gave it a 6. It felt great. It was cool. Just wish there was a little bit more.
The entrance was really cool through the vault. The wasteland portion was very generic. The supermarket part was pretty cool. And then the very end where you see the power armor and the grizzly, it was kind of generic for me. So it was kind of hit or miss.
Yeah.
But it wasn't scary. It wasn't smelly. It wasn't gory or nothing.
There's no sense. There's no nothing. Just props and characters.
But overall, because of the IP, I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 6. That was my 6.
And again, that's me being biased. I'll be straight up. So after Fallout, right across from the street from there is going to be Monstros 3, The Ghost of Latin America.
That was cool.
Yeah.
But also, they always have that every year, just to let you know.
It's a repeat.
It's a repeat.
This time, though, they just had 3 of the ghosts.
Yeah. They changed it a little bit, but it's just a repeat. But I always like it.
Yeah.
It's a Hispanic lore. Come on. I
Yeah.
grew up with those.
What is it? The La
La
Llorona?
Llorona.
What was the other two? I can't even remember.
It was
Fumble,
yeah. Well, the main one was La Llorona.
Yeah, because she always gets
And
it.
then it's like...
Yeah, the Bruja.
Yeah.
And then you had like that freaking horse thing.
Whales.
3 legends.
I think it's like the chupacabra.
Yeah, that looks like
kind
a
of.
chupacabra. I don't know what the hell that is,
That
to be
looks
honest
like-
with you. Oh, right here. La Llorona, La
Los-
Muelona, y La Singun... The Baba Yaga. I don't know.
Pretty much it's all females. That's supposed to be. Except for that, I don't know, horse?
I don't know what that horse
I'm
one
going to
is.
say it's a chupacabra. But La Llorona, I mean, come on. Everybody knows that story.
Yeah, that one's a
And
classic.
it's the classic. And it's kind of like creepy when they have like the kid being eaten on his bed. The big, like, the big like monster on top of the bed and eating like the child.
Which one's that one though? That's not the Llorona,
that's not
right?
Llorona.
That's
I think it's the other one. And you could I think that's creepy.
All right, so I had to figure this out. I cannot pronounce this, and I'm Mexican, so just bear with me. But La Ciguanaba is a supernatural character from Central America folklore. Though it can also be heard in Mexico, it is a shape-shifting spirit that typically takes the form of an attractive long-haired woman seen from behind. She lures men away into danger before revealing her face to be that of a horse or alternatively a skull.
So it's not a kid, so it's like a male. Like a man.
Well,
I always thought it was a kid.
No, it's a girl that
Oh, just...
lures people and then
People in
turns around and it's like a freaking horse monster thing.
Oh, okay, that's lore that I don't know.
Yeah, that one.
I know the Llorona for sure.
What's this other one? Let's check out the other one now. Yeah, that one got me. Let's see. La Muelona. Muelona? Big molar woman. This is a Colombian mythology, presents the folklore legend. Let's see. What is this one about? At the time of the Spanish Empire, there was a bad reputation of women who wanted to destroy homes, deceive men, and were not very well received by society. One of them was La Maga, who had a business of deviation of the future. She quickly became famous as it spread across the plains. She committed countless atrocities. She preferred that young people detest motherhood, quickly left many homes in ruins because they invested all their fortune in it. I don't know. That doesn't really sound scary.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
I think that's the one at the end, though, that's eating like...
Is that the one?
I think that's the one at the end. Yeah, because you see La Llorona portion.
Like, you walk like in a small little bridge.
That was actually cool because
Yeah,
it
I don't
was
think they had
open.
that last year.
No,
No.
it's like a pond and everything. I actually like that. Yeah. This one I gave scare factor a 4.
Yeah, me too. I gave it a 4. Yep.
In terms of theme, because I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Latin American folklore, but as you guys clearly just heard, I didn't fully know the other two. And they do have it every year. I love the entrance. I love the narrator, and I love the little black cat. But as far as theme goes, I gave this one a 7.
Okay, so I combined this house, and when you walk out, it has all the Hispanic.
The witches,
The witches.
the night of the witches.
I combined that because I think that's kind of cool.
That is dope.
Yeah, so I gave it where is it at? I gave it a 4. Because I also add that. Because I was like you, I gave it a 6. Or what, you gave it an 8?
7.
7. I gave it a 6 at first, but then I'm like, okay, what else can I... But I remember walking out, and then I saw all the Hispanic, like, people.
In terms of scare zones, because that's one of there's 3.
Zones, yeah.
I think that was probably the best scare zone. I'll say that.
Yes, I agree.
I didn't care for the clowns. And I'm not one that's scared of clowns. So if you're afraid of clowns, I get it.
Clowns are creepy, but I just like how I just came out of that house, and then I was right there.
Yeah.
In that little scare zone. So I thought it was cool. That's why I gave it a 4.
All right. Fair enough. Atmosphere.
I give it a 4.
I gave it a 5.
Okay.
Because to your point, like especially the end with that monster, it was the same as before. But I absolutely love when you cross that bridge and there's that water pond. That was, for whatever reason, I felt that was new, but it felt awesome because it was nighttime by that time, and we were literally like, it's outside. There's no roof, so. And
I got a scent there. Did you get a scent?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it smelled like a lake.
Yeah, I did. A lake, and then like an old farm as well, because they did have like hay and stuff. Yeah, I agree with you. Same way.
Overall rating?
That was my 4th one.
That was my number 6.
Okay.
Okay. So after that, we just have one house left, which is WWE: The Horror of the Wyatt 6.
I'll be honest. I never watched wrestling.
No?
I mean, I know certain wrestlers like John Cena, of course, The Rock, back in the day. But I was actually very surprised they had this one, because I was like, how are you going to make this one scary? I didn't know what to expect for sure on this one.
My wife felt the same way until I reminded her. So I watched, I was big into wrestling when it was WCW and WWF. Then they merged to make WWE. And then The Rock, Triple H, Undertaker, those are like my classic. Stone Cold, like that was my era of wrestling. After the John Cena and all those eras, I haven't really paid attention to, but one of the legacy hosts, Nate, he's a big wrestling fan, and so every now and then he'd be like, hey man, check out like WrestleMania or whatever on Peacock, and so I think it was like a couple years ago, watched it. And I remember we were watching, I think it was me and my wife, we were watching whatever main event it was, and all of a sudden, like, the arena goes dark, and you just see a candle light up, like in a lantern. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And then all of a sudden, you see this dude come out, and he's got like this mask, and then there's like this cult behind him. It was the freakiest crap I've ever seen. And I had to take a moment to realize, like, am I still watching wrestling? Like, wait, what is going on right now? But that's where he learned about Bray Wyatt. He unfortunately passed away in 2023, but he had a whole character that was built around the Wyatts, and they had the whole Wyatt family, which is the bayou-dwelling cults, if you will. And so if you think about like Mississippi and the bayou and the cults with the sheep faces and all this weird shit, because I'm telling you, their entrances were pretty intense. And not only that, like they looked like, and I hope this doesn't sound insensitive in any way, but they looked like hillbillies from the South. You know what I mean? So like, I swear to God, like it almost gave me like, if they were to make a movie, like a Texas Chainsaw movie type of thing, they can do it, because this character, this arc, this whatever it was that they created in the WWE universe during wrestling time, it was pretty horrifying. So
Okay.
when I heard that they're doing a house, first when I heard they're doing a WWE house, I'm like, what the hell are they going to do?
Yeah.
And
Am I
then-
going to see wrestlers outside wrestling?
Yeah, like what's, I'm thinking like Undertaker.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's the only thing
that's
I
what
can
I
think
thought
of,
too. Yeah.
like, but then when they announced that it was going to be the Wyatts, I was like, oh shit, that actually might be something there, because these dudes were, these dudes were freaky and just coming out of their whatever thing. So I still didn't know too much, because again, I didn't like dive deep into it, and I didn't know what it was. The only thing I did know is that the leader, the main guy, he passed away not too long ago. But yeah, no, they were always a weird bunch of people.
Now that I'm like looking at the picture, you know what movie it kind of reminds me of? And now I'm like, okay, I could see it now. It's Hill House. The Hills Have Eyes.
The
There you
Hills
go.
Have Eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just weird.
Weird and like creepy. Yeah, I could see it now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they still give me like that freaking Texas Chainsaw Massacre feel.
I see it, yeah. Especially like that
The pig guy.
Yeah, the pig, yeah.
because they all wear weird masks, and
Masks.
they're all weird, dude. Like,
So it's kind of like a cult.
yeah, 100%.
Okay.
It's a cult from like the South in a sense.
Got it.
So yeah, no, going into this house, I didn't know what to expect. I think it was well placed. It was well done, because again, they're a cult from the Bayou. It
Yeah.
was right behind Jurassic
Jurassic
World, which
World.
I didn't even know there was like enough space to do something like that.
Yeah.
Even when you walk up to it, they're giving you that whole Bayou feel. You got the little speaker playing. You're just
The
got
house. It was actually really well done.
It was amazing, actually. I was heavily surprised. There was a few moments where it did scare me, where they jumped out and got me. I was like, oh, okay. We just gonna jump out like that.
I didn't get any scared. I gave it an 8. But also that was like the last house. So I was already like tired.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, all right, let's do this one. But I did like it. I won't say I didn't. For me, this house surprised me more than Scarecrow, for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
I gave the scare factor in this one. This is my number 2 house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This was my 7th, but it wasn't that bad. Like it was actually really good. Like if I had a chance to go back and do it again, I'll do it again.
Yeah. If you wanted to because not only were the jump scares well, but I feel the
props.
atmosphere, everything, the setting
cool.
was very
Well done.
well done. In terms of theme, because again, I didn't really know what to expect. I did give it a 7, but I don't know. Thinking about it,
Now you're like,
I think it's because it has the WWE attached. Like it almost feels like an original IP, even though they are going with the whole Wyatt. And again, you didn't know anything about it. I only know like very little, just like what I've seen the one time I watched that whatever main event it was. But I don't know what other lore there is.
No.
If there was more lore that I knew to it, and I understood like each of the family members and what room was specific to them and
Makes sense,
whatever, then maybe.
I mean, I give it a 6 just because I'm not a WWE fan.
Oh wait, I did give it a 6. I was looking at the wrong thing.
No.
What did I say?
You get it a 7, I think.
No, okay, that was monstrous. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was a 6.
Yeah, but it was fun. I had fun still. It's not like Scarecrow where I was just like, okay, I'm over it. Like, can I get out?
Yeah.
It was actually fun.
Atmosphere.
I gave it a 6.
I gave this one a 2. This is probably my second favorite atmosphere.
The props were cool. Didn't know what to expect, but it did make me feel like, oh, this is cool. Even though I didn't know what it was, I'm like, I like this house.
Yeah. I'd like, I don't know. It's just the idea of like this house in the bayou, and you're seeing like the family, you seeing like the dinner scene, you see some of like these other random little like scenes, the amount of detail, like it didn't feel generic, it didn't feel repeated or anything. It was cool. I actually really enjoyed how it presented itself.
Yeah.
Overall rating.
That was my 7th.
That one for me was number 4.
But it was like, what was my 8? Scarecrow. That's the 8. Like, I will never go back to that one.
Scarecrow?
Yeah. But the Wyatt, I will go back. Because it was nice. It was actually really nice. Well done. And I appreciate, like, the props and everything that they did.
That's actually a great call out. So, of the houses, if you had to wait, let's say an hour.
An hour.
which houses would you go back to?
Honestly, I wouldn't mind waiting an hour for the horror of the Wyatt Sick.
I wouldn't mind that.
Because it was actually not, like I said, it wasn't scary, but the props and everything was actually really cool. They did a really good job. That to the point, like, I feel like they focused on this one more than the Poltergeist.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That one and Jason are probably the only two houses that I wouldn't mind waiting an hour to go see it again.
Well, fun fact, we did Five Nights at Freddy twice.
Did you really?
Yeah, we did it twice.
Nice.
I think out of all of them, that's the house that like I wouldn't mind waiting like an hour and a half.
Which one?
That horror of the Wyatt Sick.
Wyatt? Yeah.
It was actually pretty cool.
We did. We waited 20 minutes, I believe. 25 minutes. That was our wait for that one.
We probably like 5 minutes. It wasn't that long.
I will say that once 7 o'clock hit and the general people were coming in, it became a shit show. It was way overpopulated. Like, that's when an express pass would definitely benefit. Because we got to knock out all the houses minus the tram and Jurassic World and Transformers ride all before 9:10.
That's actually
so everything before 9:10 we did all 8 houses, 2 rides, and that's us arriving in the park like at 3 o'clock, I would say.
Yeah, that makes sense. Since we got lucky and we got the express pass, we did everything. Literally everything. And the only reason we would have been done by like 9:30, but
and that also include Chainsaw Man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But we had to wait for some stuff, so we completed everything at 10. Because we did lower lots, and then we went to Terror Tram, and then we went up.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't do the Terror Tram until after. We at that point we were kind of tired. We wanted food, so now we had to get in line, get different foods. We wanted to try a couple things, so we did like the Fallout foods because again, Fallout was the big theme that we were there for. So we did that, and then I tried the La Cocina. I always got to get there. That's the only Mexican place, and then they got some pretty good tacos. So I got that.
I got the queso birria.
I didn't try that one though.
Too dry. I didn't like it.
Yeah. I didn't try. I usually just get their tacos, get a little extra side of chips and guac, and I put that in there. And
pretty good.
Top notch. A little pricey, but it's good. So let's go into the extras. So we talked about the 8 houses. There's 3 extra things you can do at Halloween Horror Nights. That's the Terror Tram, Blumhouse 15th anniversary. They had the Chainsaw Man 4D experience that it is 4D but not 3D, and it's the same one from Universal Japan, which we talked about in our fan fest because they did the Jujutsu Kaisen. So we'll talk about that too because I have some thoughts on that or opinions. There was from the Waterworld, they had the Purge show in that same area. I didn't get to do that this year. We kind of missed that. And then we'll kind of wrap it up with merch, food, and any other miscellaneous things. So let's dive into the Terror Tram. We did this last. At this point, we weren't going to do it, but it was like an 80-minute wait. And I was like, Jesus, because it was the entire night. It was 5-minute walk on, 15-minute, and then all of a sudden, after 7, you get screwed. So again, if you're going the remainder of October, you either got to do early or have an express pass with you. But while we were waiting there for 80 minutes, quote unquote, it became 30 minutes because it was like around like 10 o'clock. So the last tram was like 11:45 or 10:45 or something. So they started just go. If you can get in the damn thing, get in the damn thing. You're fine. So we got to go into there, and it took us a minute to get to the actual area. You guys didn't have to wait, right? You guys just walked right on?
Yep.
Cool.
It was like no line. They're like, come in. I'm like, all right, cool.
So for those that don't know, the Terror Tram is it's a super micro version of the studio tour. You basically, there's a certain section of it where they take you get off, you go through a couple little I guess you would call them zones, a couple little scare zones. There's a couple photo opportunity locations, and then you get back on the tram and you're back. And then there's one last photo shop or photo zone at the very end, and then you go. So this year was Blumhouse. Celebrating 15 years. And for those that don't know Blumhouse, they've done a lot of movies, very popular with the most recent one, Phone Booth.
Black Phone.
Or Black Phone Booth. I'm thinking of Colin Farrell, my man. That's a good movie.
That's a good movie.
Fun fact, that movie was filmed in 1 week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I want to film a movie in 1 week. Well, I mean, it takes place on a phone booth. Yeah. People don't even know, like, what's a phone booth?
Yeah.
So Black Phone 2 is coming out next month. Megan, which, God, help us.
Can they stop with
Please.
Megan? Like, get her out of
Digital
there.
Chucky.
I'm so tired of her.
I'm very tired of her. And it's always they're highlighting the dancing. It's like, I don't know. Okay. For a dude, I'm just like, what am I supposed to be feeling right now? Am I supposed to be
like,
scared, attracted? Like, what's going on here?
I mean, it makes sense. I'm just tired of Megan. First of all, I'm not a Megan fan. Didn't like number 1.
I've only seen number 1, and it was terrible.
I thought it was dumb. I watched it, and I just thought, I'm wasting my time. Second, they've had Megan 3 years in a row.
Have they?
Yeah. Because the first year was, she actually had a house. Do you remember she actually had a house? And then after that,
oh, you're right. I didn't do it.
After that, they moved her to the Terror Tram. So I'm like, I'm tired of Megan. They need to get her out.
Yeah, she's just, how you said Terrifier is this generation's silent killer of slasher of Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees. Yeah. Megan is Chucky. But she's not. And I don't know how, but sure, okay. Yeah. I think I'm telling you, it's when, okay, like on that subject, I think it works great. The idea was great. But again, the part when you start to sexualize the robot and then it starts to act a little like over the top goofy.
Yeah.
And trying to be whatever. Like, that's where you lose it. Like, I understand the early concept was great.
Yeah.
An AI doll that.
Yeah, that makes sense. But if they're trying to, like, bring guys over, whatever, for whatever reason, isn't she supposed to be a child, too?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like, what am I supposed to? What is happening right now? Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the doll, it's like a kid doll. And you're like, what am I? Yeah. And then, I mean, dude, you get off the tram. And what do you see when you get off the damn tram?
She's like dancing.
She's doing that weird dance right there. And I'm just like.
Megan, like, leave.
Stop. Go.
Give me someone else. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So Blumhouse, Megan. Black Phone, The Purge was huge. Mm-hmm. We've done a lot of other movies that a lot of people don't realize. But in terms of this Terror Tram, this was the theme. So when you walk in, the first scare zone, I guess you would say, Black Phone, because the new movie. And
it's not just the first; it's actually the second movie.
Yeah, it's the second one because he's on the ice skates.
Yeah.
And so we won't really know. Just the trailer.
We're like, oh, okay, cool. It's like a live trailer that we just walked through.
A little freaky, really cool.
It was good.
Not bad. I was very surprised with the second zone. I didn't know it was going to be in there. It was Insidious.
Me too.
That was.
And I was like, who is this? And I was looking, and I was like, I think this must be Insidious. And then I turn around, and he's like laying down, doing his little like pose, and I'm like, yep, it's Insidious. It was actually pretty good. I actually like that one.
Yeah, that one. That was probably my favorite one of the entire thing. It was really well done. I like seeing the scare actors and some of the quick little scenes that they did. And then right after that, it's The Exorcist, but it's the recent one.
The newer one, which...
I never watched that one, so...
It's trash. Don't watch it.
Yeah,
you're missing out.
It didn't interest me whatsoever, so I was just like, okay. And then you get your first photo up, the Hollywood sign covered in blood, and you have a couple of like the mannequins of the characters standing out there. And you take a photo with Megan.
Stupid Megan. Megan was there.
Yep. So you take a photo of the Hollywood sign with Megan.
No.
We did do that one, though. There was like no wait, so I was like, might as well. And then you go up the hill and you walk in front of the, because it's permanently there, the Psycho House. And there's a photo up there with Bates Motel. Well, the Bates Motel was lower lot, and that's where we kind of walked through. But then you have the Bates house. Yeah. And you get a photo with him if you want. We didn't do the photo. And then you walk through the War of the Worlds set.
And that was the Purge.
That was Purge.
I mean,
with a little bit of Megan.
A little bit. Yes. Megan was there again. Megan's everywhere. The Purge was kind of cool. I mean, they had like the light strobes on them.
They had like, and they kind of did like a Jason universe where they, I've never really seen the movies. I know my wife, she loved the movies. She watched them all. And I think maybe the show.
The Purge?
The Purge.
I like the first two.
They had like character outfits from throughout the entire series.
Like the most popular one is like the black girl with the mask and the ballerina. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's like the most iconic one that they have.
I'm not too familiar, but I'm sure she was like, yeah.
Yeah. I saw her. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Because I know towards the end it went to like the Liberty stuff, and I think that was like one of the last ones.
Yeah,
they did,
that was the last ones. It was all right.
And then right after that, Megan
again.
And then there was like a little hallway of a house, and it was like that. It was, what was it? I'm trying to remember what the hell it was. That baby face thing. I don't know what the hell that was.
Death. Something death.
Death birthday? Birthday I don't
birthday
know.
death. Something death. Let me see. What was it called again? It was like death.
Death day? Baby day? I don't know. And then you had this weird, I think it was more Purge stuff because you had a guy with like a bunny suit or bunny masks.
I think he was the Purge.
As Purge, yeah. And then you go through the hallway again and Megan. And then, that baby face thingy, whatever that was. And then you get one last scare of Insidious, the witch, the girl witch, which looked horrendous. And by horrendous, I mean like the mask was terrible.
Terrible, yeah.
It looked like the face was coming off. It was like a big old, just like
Happy Death. That's what
Happy Death.
That's what it was called, yeah.
And that was it, yeah. I don't know, because this is separate from the houses. Like,
honestly,
it was very mid.
The Terror Tram does not have a good reputation.
No,
it's one of like the weakest of everything. It's weaker than Poltergeist. Like I always have hope that they do something better, but it's always with Blumhouse, which like come up with something different.
Yeah, I mean, I get Blumhouse is probably a big partner with Universal, and that's how they're able to do a lot of their movies and stuff. But yeah, try something new. I don't know, but it's like, what can you really do? Because it's just like a walk. I mean, I don't know. I haven't tried any other theme or like theme park or like other like horror walks, so I can't compare it to anything.
You know what I thought? What if they had like Jeepers Creepers there? Have you seen Jeepers Creepers?
Dude, Jeepers Creepers gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Imagine like
the creepers.
Jeepers, the creeper just walking around like that.
Yeah. And
they actually make like the farm cornfield, and you actually walk and he just like
pops out.
I think that'll be cool. I will love that.
All he needs like about 20 different dead Justin Longs, and you'll be all right. What was it? Weapons?
Weapons
was the first horror movie that Justin Long did not die in.
Yeah, and he's not like an asshole either.
Yeah.
Well, kind of, but not that much.
It was kind of nice.
He was actually nice. Yeah.
That dude dies in every horror movie.
Did you hear he's remaking Grave Encounters?
Yeah, I heard something that he was heavily involved.
Like,
hopefully he survives.
But the Terror Tram is like whatever. It's like honestly one of the weakest things from Horror Nights every year.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't wait that long, because if I would have waited 80 minutes for that, I would have been
pretty upset. Yeah. Makes sense.
I'll tell you right now, though, the highlight was Insidious. That really surprised me. Had they have said that was part of it from the beginning, I would have jumped on it even sooner, because it was completely surprise for me.
Yeah, makes sense. Insidious was good.
All right, so then the other show they had there was Chainsaw Man.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this was a little animated 4D thing in the Shrek Theater, or DreamWorks Theater, I should say. Again, it was like Jujutsu Kaisen from the Fan Fest. Mm-hmm. It's intended to be in 3D. It clearly shows as you watch that it's supposed to be in 3D. And it's 4D because things in the atmosphere, like you get water drips, you get smoke, you get the side screens, the chair shake. Yeah. So there's so many things, but there's no 3D feature to it. And again, it was built for Universal Japan. Mm-hmm. So they referenced that a lot within the movie. And it's all sub. So you gotta read everything, which takes away from actually being able to enjoy everything you're seeing. Overall, the story that they presented, I liked it. It's just all those other little things that I just said right now.
It takes you out of the whole thing.
It kills it for me. You got to do a dub and make it like it's here in Hollywood. And if it's a 3D thing, make it 3D. Give us glasses.
Yeah, give us the glasses. I agree with you on that one.
So I'm glad they're bringing anime to Universal, and I hope that continues to grow.
Yeah.
But we need some original stuff.
Like what?
Just make it for us.
Makes sense. Because even JJK from FanFest wasn't even for us.
I feel just making it actual 3D and having it dubbed will be great.
Great. Yeah, I agree with you.
Like that would be enough to immerse yourself into it, and it would help grow the American audience to anime.
Because I don't know about you, but when we saw that, we had people walk out because they're like, "Oh, what is this?"
Oh, really?
Yeah, people just walked out, and I'm like, "How did you not know about this?"
Oh,
it tells you like Chainsaw Man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I first didn't really realize it was like smiley, whatever. But then you realize it, like you have to, if you have to be a fan of what it
anime,
is.
to be honest, yeah. But,
and I feel that's what they need to fix is make it ours.
Yeah, I don't really expect much on those either. I take it more like a little break because you're sitting down.
The chair rumbles like a little massage for a couple seconds.
I'm just resting my feet, to be honest. And
I love it. I just want it. Because I'm big in anime, like I just want it to be more of what it is, especially if they're trying to bring this over. I mean, they already have, again, Universal Japan with it.
Yeah.
They had a freaking Resident Evil haunted house.
I saw that.
And the merch was ridiculous, and the food. But I would have gone broke if they brought Resident Evil to freaking the U.S. I'll tell you right now.
Maybe they will. Maybe for FanFest.
They just need to bring it for Horror Nights. Just make it Resident Evil.
That's actually pretty cool.
They have another movie coming out.
Maybe next year. We'll see.
Yeah. They should do it. I'm telling you. I will be there quick. And I don't know if you've seen the merch, but I would have bought every single piece of that merch.
What did they have?
Dude, they had the pouch that was almost like a replica from the game. They had a button-up Raccoon City police shirt.
Okay.
They had the badges. They had a notebook. They had a regular T-shirt. They had these little acrylics for each character because I think it was based off of the last movie they made. It wasn't based off the game. It was based off the last CG movie they made.
I was going to say the animated movie.
Something Island, whatever it was, where it had
Leon,
Leon, Claire, Chris, and Jill. It was all those characters. They had some 4 different drinks, and every drink you ordered, it came with a character coaster.
Oh, okay.
So buy incentive to buy every
thing.
drink, which I would gladly have done. Damn, there's a couple other things that I can't think of, but they had a lot of merch. I watched this guy do a video on it, and I'm like, dude, I would have went broke. I would have went there just to buy the merch. I wouldn't care
about anything else. Makes sense.
But yeah, no, I hope they do that with the anime stuff. Bring more, make it more Americanized for us, and we'll see what FanFest does.
Yeah.
But because I feel that's where that setting is going to survive. And then the last thing was the Purge Waterworld show. Did you do that or no?
No, because we did it last year. It's every year the same thing. Literally every year they have that. Which, I mean, it makes sense. Okay, I get it. But do something different.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of cool the first time you watch it. You've seen it before, right?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's pretty much like a story. Like the Purge is actually happening.
Oh, okay.
And then you see them with their jet skis. They're pretend they're shooting each other. People fall from the top to the water. It's actually pretty cool.
I've seen the Waterworld show, but just not the Purge.
Think of that, but with Purge style. That's it.
Oh, okay, so it's probably almost the same thing.
Most likely, yeah.
Because the Waterworld, they're just like raiders, getting all crazy.
Yeah,
so
pretty much that. Yeah.
Okay.
Just Purge style. I mean, it's cool if you have never seen it, but after that, you don't want to watch it again.
It's like Waterworld.
Yeah.
You see it once, you're like, okay, pretty good.
Yep.
I got it.
Take it out. Bring something else.
All right. I didn't get to do too much of the food or merch. Did you get to experience a lot of that?
We tried the cupcake. It was okay. The Five Nights at Freddy cupcake.
That tasted like a Neapolitan ice cream, by the way.
Yeah.
That was delicious.
It was good.
I liked it, actually. Especially when you get the little, strawberry filling, which wasn't enough. There was a little speck in there. You're like, come on, give me more of that.
My friend's kid had the pizza from Fright Nights at Freddy. I asked him, what's your rating? And he's like, it's just a normal pizza.
If I did the Barstool one bite, everybody knows the rules. Yeah. The first slice I had, I'd give it probably a 6.3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
The plate was just there.
It wasn't bad. It could have been worse. Like it tasted like it didn't taste like a store bought oven, like a DiGiorno, nothing like that. It tasted a little higher than that, but it also wasn't like an actual pizzeria thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It was. You can tell that they like either it was partially frozen and they cooked it, or like they partially made it and then cooked it. I don't know.
Makes sense.
But it wasn't too bad. Like, and then the thing too is you had to make sure you get one that wasn't too greasy. If you got it too greasy, then you probably didn't have a good time. But it wasn't too bad.
Okay, makes sense. I had the art donut.
Oh, how was that?
Just a regular donut.
Yeah, and a lot of it's just food in disguise.
Yeah, just a regular donut. To be honest, I've had all the food at Universal, and it doesn't hit. I don't know.
No?
Nope. I think this is where Disneyland takes over. Or at least DCA, California Adventure. Their food is delicious.
Yeah, I'll give it to that. Disneyland always has the best Coke, for one. And they always have the best chimichangas.
Ooh.
I love my chimichangas, dude. If I go to a freaking Disneyland, I'm always getting one of them.
I had the quesadillas at Universal. Dry. Super dry. The best part of that was my beer that I had. I had a queso birria tacos at California Adventure. Delicious. Expensive, but delicious.
You know which place I feel in all of Universal Studios, I feel there's only one place that actually has pretty good food. And it's the Harry Potter.
Yes.
The brew.
Hogsmeade. Or
It's in Hogsmeade, but the three.
The three broomsticks.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's like the only place that has really good food.
Good. The chicken is delicious there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. We went there once, and I don't remember what I got. But whatever it was, like I was like Mark Wahlberg, clean plate. Just that plate was.
We got the Food Fest, the big plate that had ribs, chicken, corn on the cob.
Ooh.
It had like the whole thing. It was really good.
I think it might have been ribs or something I had. I don't remember what it was, but it was delicious.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the only place that has really good food.
I mean, because I'll either eat there or that little Mexican spot in the corner where you said the birria. I like some of their food there. Those are my two go-to. Very rarely. So this year they had it where it's Fallout, but it's on normal days. It's like a Chinese restaurant, I believe, and it's not bad.
We had the little cake, the Fallout cake.
I didn't try the Fallout cake.
It was gross. We didn't know the frosting. It wasn't frosting.
Yeah, it was.
Was it
cream or something?
Was it cream cheese?
Yes, it was cream. That's why I didn't get it.
Oh, okay. Because
I was reading the thing and I'm like,
eating it. My friend was eating it, and we're like, "What is that?" I'm like, "I don't know, but it's gross." I didn't like it.
We got my son had the burger, the Bruma burger, which is like the radioactive bulls in Fallout, and it had brisket on it. He loved it. He loved that with the fries. My wife got the iguana on a stick, which were like hot dogs, mini hot dogs on the stick, and they were like battered with cheese or something, but it was like bread battered with cheese. And then we got the Radaway drink because it was just nostalgia.
Yeah.
I tasted it. It was, like I said earlier, it tasted like the freaking haunted house. It was gross. It was disgusting. Like I said, we still have it full, the pouch. And then yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it. And then I had, I didn't go up to Slash this time around. Like I usually go up there.
Where they had like the drinks, the cocktails.
I didn't go to Chucky's bar either.
I know, I didn't go. I only had just a Modelo. Then I got Jason downstairs had his own like little like food area.
Yeah, I didn't try the Jason stuff.
My friend tried the brisket. She liked it.
Oh, she did?
Yeah. And then I already knew what it was going to taste like, but I got the cider with Jason, the can.
Yeah.
What was it? Apple cider?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's cider. Did I finish it? No. But
I think, so this year we prioritized on the houses to get them done as fast as we can, because we don't want to wait on long lines. But doing so sacrificed a lot of the food. Because the thing that you guys listening, if you plan to go this year, you gotta make a decision, one or the other. And it's almost like you got to go twice to fully enjoy the Horror Nights experience.
Unless you get the express pass.
And then you're there for the entire duration. Because one way or another, you're going to wait in a line. Mm-hmm. And so if it's before 7, you can do everything really quick, but you have to decide what you want to do quick. If it's going to be the food or if it's going to be the houses. So if you do the houses, great. And then after 7, that's when all the people coming, all the lines pick up. And not only the lines for the houses, but the lines for the food picks up. And that's the issue we kind of experienced this time around, is that once we were done with the houses and we wanted, because I was like down to try a bunch of food and stuff, but I'm like, I don't want to wait in that line for food. I don't want to, you know what I mean? And that's where I just like.
And you're like waiting double, not just to order, but also to like get your food.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So, and I remember last year we did like the houses we really wanted to do. And then we waited for like, you know, like I did the Weekends bar, you know, the Weekends bar. Even when we did FanFest, like it's the same thing. You know, the house, and then I wanted to go up to the Dungeons and Dragon bar. Mm-hmm. You know, you're waiting in a line, and that as you're waiting in a line for this, the line over here is building.
Yep. So you can have to choose: do I want to have a drink, or do I want to go and get like a ride or a house? But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because I got to the point where I was just like I said, as soon as we got there, we had the pizza and the cupcake or whatever, and I was like, all right, I'm not going to eat until everything's done. Like that's how I felt. But then, you know, everyone else got hungry, so we're like, all right, we just had the tram left. Like, let's go eat then and get that taken care of, because I mean, yeah, we're all hungry.
Yeah, makes sense.
But you just got to go in there with the game plan, like, oh, I'm either going to wait or not.
No, yeah, exactly.
I didn't shop for any merch. I looked for Freddy merch, Fallout merch. Surprisingly, they had some Chainsaw Man merch. I didn't look at a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that I've seen that they had like prior, like on YouTube videos and social media.
That's all they had, I think.
They didn't have. No, there was a lot of stuff that they didn't have. They were like already sold out of or whatever.
What were you looking for?
Well, I was trying to find like the Finance of Freddy's little badge thing. Couldn't find those anywhere. I know these were like limited in the first week. It was like the pizzeria red cups, but that was like for sure a limited thing. We didn't really see the jacket for Finance of Freddy's.
We saw it. I saw it.
Yeah, when we went. I mean, but then again, we didn't go to every store. We just did like 2 stores, and then we did like the main store.
Okay.
And then what the heck? There was a couple Fallout things we were looking for, and they didn't have. I forgot what it was though. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I didn't really pay attention to the merch. And then, like I said, again, I was surprised with the Chainsaw Man. So I did buy, like, their bag.
The bag? Oh, I didn't get the bag. It's a staple now. So every year I get the sweater, the Horror Night sweater.
Nice.
Yeah. I was disappointed it was a zip up, though.
Oh, you like hoodies?
I like hoodies more. But I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just take it.
Yeah, I'm a zip up kind of guy.
I like clubs. I don't like hoodie, like zippers, but it's okay. Yeah. I still got it. That was like the only thing I really got for myself. Besides, I bought my sister like the Hello Kitty Chucky shirts. Yeah, because that's what she likes. But it was okay. It was decent. Better than FanFest.
Yeah. Again, FanFest was first time, so I'm really curious to see.
I hope they learned.
Yeah.
And they're going to make it better next year.
Well, I'm excited because this weekend, LA Comic-Con, there's going to be representatives from Universal Studios there. One representing Horror Nights, another representing FanFest, and then I think another just representing Universal in general. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping they share some tidbits and we get some news of like the next FanFest or Horror Nights, or maybe an idea of these rumored projects that they're working on.
Yeah. So overall, how did you feel about Horror Nights?
Overall, this year Horror Nights, for me, it was all right. I mean, again, like, of the 8 houses, I want to say, 6 of them are licensed IPs. Mm-hmm. I was only excited, me personally, I was only excited for two, which was Fallout and Five Nights. I was surprised with WWE and Jason. Those were good. Again, Poltergeist was all right. I didn't know anything too much about Terrifier, but it was as I'm getting educated.
Yeah.
It's interesting that the art guy is a little interesting there. Still need more to be fully convinced. Of the two originals, there aren't really originals because I feel like we've already seen them, been there, done that. So I'm hoping we get some either new originals or something more crafty. They kind of took the lazy way out. Terror Tram was, we need to get past Bloomhouse. Let's do something different.
It's a little bit better, but not a lot.
Yeah, it was.
For me, this year was a really good year. I think because I had art, which I was really excited for. I had Jason. Poltergeist, it was okay, but I had a fun year this year.
And you got to do the Express Pass, right?
Yeah. So we did little. This is the second time I had the Express Pass.
Second time,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I've done it before, which is fun. But now that I did it again for the fourth year, I don't know. I think I might have another year in me because it's just a lot, and I'm getting tired. I'm just like, I don't want to deal with people.
Yeah, that part.
It's the people part more.
That part.
Than anything.
And again, if you do from like 5 to 7. If you can knock out as much as you can in that time, great. But yeah, once the general
people come in, it's just chaotic,
God.
And it's just people acting dumb.
Yeah,
like we saw like a lot of like drunk people.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, why are you being dumb?
And then there's some people like over the top being
obnoxious,
scared. Yeah, like you're walking through the scare zone of the clowns, for example, and they're walking around with those like chainsaws, and then you got these like all of a sudden you hear like some girl. Screaming hell loud and then like hauling ass and you're just like, what are you doing?
Like, what are you doing? Like it's not that serious.
Trying to get some like likes on social media or something? Like,
yeah. Oh, I guess that's another question. Did you see a lot of influencers? We saw a few.
This year or when we went, no. I think the first second week probably going to be like the heavy.
Yeah.
Especially like the first day or two. Because that's the other fun fact is the people that were complaining the most, like on social media, like these lines are ridiculous, blah blah blah. They were the influencers,
yeah.
so I didn't really have any empathy for that. But
yeah, we saw a few people like with their cameras and they were talking.
FanFest, definitely, I saw that because we went. I think the first
you went the first week.
Yeah. So we definitely saw that for FanFest. But for Horror Nights, I didn't really see. Again, honestly, we were in Chinga the whole time, dude. We were just like, house to house. So that's why for me, I feel it was all right because.
You feel like you rushed it too fast.
I feel like I rushed everything else. Like the houses were great. Like being able to knock out the houses as fast as we did and get to experience them right away. Because this is the first year I think we did every single house. Because we usually like one or two. We're just like, nah, I ain't gonna wait for that. But the reason why we don't do all the houses is because we balance. We do the houses we like, and then we do some of like the shopping, some of the food, and just really just take our time and enjoy it. And this one, I was just like, no, we're going to hit every house. And then by hitting every house, I felt it took away from taking in the ambience of everything else, like the restaurants, the food shops, and just really enjoying the night. Like I said, usually we get on rides. I mean, we did get on 2 rides, but we didn't get any of the rides. The only reason I walked through Harry Potter was to get to Terrifier and Poltergeist. I mean, they didn't even do anything this year with Harry Potter, which was disappointing.
They didn't have Death Eaters?
Mm-mm.
Oh, really?
They haven't had them for 2 years now.
And do you know why?
Why?
The same reason, because the clown wasn't out.
Oh, people?
People were being dumb with the Death Eaters, jerks.
Yeah, they need to figure that out. But it also felt a little repetitive. Like the clown, the 2 scares, there's 3 scare zones.
Yes.
The one scare, the reason why I say the Bruja one, the Night of the Brujas or whatever, was because I felt that was new. I've never seen that before.
They've always had it, but they made it better this time around.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
The Crows, done that.
It's every year.
It's every year. Clowns is like almost every year.
They change it here and there, but it is kind of almost every year.
Yeah. Like I want to do zombies or something. Like
I think was it Orlando? They had the skater zombies.
Yeah, did they?
Yeah.
Well, because again, Orlando had Resident Evil. No, not Orlando.
that's
Japan. But they had zombies.
Yeah.
They had a scare zone of zombies.
Maybe next year. They do need to stop making the houses that do it double, or they repeat it every year.
Yeah. So that being said, what would be an IP that you would love to see that you think would work as a house that hasn't been done?
Hasn't been done.
Potentially.
Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers Creepers is a good one.
I don't think I have ever seen a Saw. But also, we need to talk about the IPs that they own. Or maybe, I'm pretty sure they can borrow them.
Yeah, they'll license them out.
Yeah.
Because I don't think... Well, Freddy's Blumhouse. Well, maybe. That's probably
I don't think Terrifier's Universal, though.
No, that's its own.
Yeah,
they
Fallout is not. So I'm pretty sure they can.
They made like The Weeknd and stuff. He's not, you know what I mean?
So I think Saw, that'll be kind of cool. Jeepers Creepers, in my opinion. If I have to go like classic movies, I know they had it before, but it was like in the beginning when they started doing horror nights. Is Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger would be dope.
Yeah.
That would actually, I feel like if they've done it before, it has to be like a good, maybe like 2 years. Mm-hmm. Like we didn't go when they did, like Stranger Things.
I heard that was a good year too. I went the year after that.
Walking Dead.
Yeah, I heard that one was good too. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like those are ones, like, you know what was an original IP that got me, I think it was last year. And again, I don't know, maybe I just like zombies. I'm a big zombie fan. Was that Area like 51 house or whatever they did, where Jason was this year? Mm-hmm. Last year they had like the nuclear.
It was like a nuclear zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was dope. Mm-hmm. Let's see, Monstros. Oh damn, they've done so many. I was looking at the original IPs, and there's as far as original houses at Horror Nights, they have 217 different ones they've done before. But I think this is also including. It looks like it's also including Japan.
Oh,
ooh, Hellraiser.
Oh, that'll be a good one.
That would be a good spooky house.
Maybe they need to just bring back the ones they've done in the beginning, if they haven't done it in a while.
Like refresh the originals.
Like do a whole reset. Bring. I could see Stranger Things for next year, since the last season is coming out this year. I couldn't see that happening.
Stranger Things would be dope. Mm-hmm. Hellraiser would be dope. I don't know. Like I said, I would like to see a scary movie one. Like, I don't know. I feel like they can be ironic and just make that terrifying. Trying to think what else. The thing is, I don't have a full list of what has been done, so it's like I would need the experts, because they've been doing this since 1991. Holy crap!
Really, 1991?
That's in Orlando.
In the 90s? Oh, what was their
Orlando
first house?
was 91, 33 years ago, and then for Hollywood it was 97.
Does it say what was their first house? I'm kind of curious, just because it was in the 90s.
Right. Let me see if I can find that. It was Orlando that did the first show. Universal Studios Fright Nights, 1991, Haunted House, Dungeon of Terror. It was literally one.
Oh, wow.
No scare zones, but they did have shows. They had a Beetlejuice show.
Okay.
Featuring the Ghostbusters. They had a graveyard tour, which had featured Cobra Woman, Dr. Death, Dr. Frankenstein's Blade, Theater, Dragon Breath, The Gravediggers, Leatherface,
old school,
Fortune Teller,
old school, like classic movies.
In 92, they did two houses, Dungeon of Terror, The People Under the Stairs. And Bill and Ted's Excellent Halloween Adventure and Carnival of Horror. Those were some of the things to do. So I'm going to just focus on the houses. 93, People Under the Stairs, The Psychopath Maze, Slaughterhouse. 94, and this is Orlando, mind you. The Boneyard, Dungeon of Terror, Hell's Kitchen, Psychopath Maze, The Crypt Keepers, Dungeon of Terror, Terror Underground, Universal House of Horrors. Okay, let's do Hollywood.
Tram. I just thought of it. The movie with the zombies. Dawn of the Dead.
Bruh. Say less. I'm all for it.
I was like thinking like, what's a good, because I know you say it's zombies. I'm like, what's a good zombie movie? Dawn of the Dead. Unless we want like World War Z zombies. And then we actually have to run.
They had Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpse Maids.
Oh, okay.
The Undertaker, No Mercy. This is in 2000. The Mummy. Oh, right here. In 2007, they did Friday the 13th, Camp Blood. Okay. A Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Nightmare. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, back in business. And then in 2008, they did Friday the 13th again, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, they went back to back.
Meet the Strangers. 2009, they did Chucky's Funhouse.
They did that last year.
Halloween with Michael Myers.
Michael Myers.
My Bloody Valentine. Saw.
Oh, so they did
Saw
this.
was in 2009.
They need to bring it back.
And
do
then
the hard reset. Bring all those back.
2010, they did Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Rob Zombie, Saw. Vampire.
I'm curious to see a Saw one. That'll be kind of cool.
Let's see. Alice Cooper, Welcome Nightmare, Eli Roth's Hostel.
Interesting.
La Llorona, House of a Thousand Corpse, The Thing, The Wolfman.
The Thing will be actually cool. I love that movie.
And then, let's see, again, La Llorona, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Walking Dead. Welcome to Silent Hill was in 2012. That would be a sick one. I would love to see a new Silent Hill. El Cucuy.
El Cucuy.
Evil Dead, Insidious, The Walking Dead. 2014, Alien vs. Predator, American Werewolf in London. From Dusk Till Dawn, The Walking Dead, Dracula, another Alien vs. Predator, Michael Myers Halloween, Insidious, This Is the End, The Walking Dead. Damn, they've done The Walking Dead a lot.
Remember, that was a big show back in the day.
Mm-hmm. American Horror Story, The Exorcist, Freddy vs. Jason, Halloween, Krampus, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Walking Dead, American Horror Story again, Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Okay, that's cool.
Another Insidious, Saw again, The Shining, Titans of Terror, The Walking Dead, First Purge, Halloween 4, Poltergeist, Stranger Things, Trick or Treat, Universal Monsters, Walking Dead, Creep Show, Ghostbusters, House of a Thousand Corpse, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Stranger Things, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, Us, The Walking Dead, and then COVID happened. And then since COVID, 2021, they had Walking Dead, Curse of Pandora's Box, The Exorcist, Halloween 4, Michael Myers, The Haunting of Hill House, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then Universal Monsters, Bride of Frankenstein. 2022, Halloween, Blumhouse, Freaky, and The Black Phone. Okay, this is, I think, I went to this one. Because I remember the Blumhouse, Freaky, and The Black Phone, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, La Llorona, Scarecrow, Universal Horror Hotel, Universal Monsters Legends Collide. That was actually a cool one. And then The Weekend After Hours. And then 2023, they did Chucky, Exorcist, Evil Dead, The Last of Us, Monstros, Stranger Things, Universal Monsters, Latin America. And then last year, they did Dead Exposure, Death Valley. That was the one I'm talking about, Dead Exposure.
Dead Exposure.
That was dope. Ghostbusters, Insidious, Monstros 2, A Quiet Place, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Universal Monsters, and then The Weekend.
Yeah. Go back to the beginning. Those were actually good.
Yeah.
Something different. It seems like they repeated at least twice.
Yeah, they did
the trend.
quite a
That's
few.
Like the trend. Yeah. It seems like they repeated twice back to back. So maybe next year they'll change it.
Hopefully. We'll see. And then what was the Terror Trams before? They've done Walking Dead twice, The Purge, Eli Roth's Terror Tram, Titans of Terror Tram hosted by Chucky, Hollywood Harry's Dead Time Stories Terror Tram. 2019, they didn't do one. And then in 21, they did The Ultimate Purge. Last year, they did Hollywood Harry's Halloween. Not last year, the 2022. Hollywood Harry's Halloween featuring Jordan Peele's Us and Nope.
Yeah. I remember that one.
And then The Exterminators, and then Blumhouse. And then Blumhouse again.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what future brings.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get some more. Hopefully we get some tidbits. I mean, obviously we won't know until
either in a few weeks or not until next year.
I think the next one. So usually like July, they start planning again for Horror Nights. That's when you start getting all the tidbits. The houses will start going into play. They start usually making announcements around that time, June, July. But the next thing will be FanFest.
Yeah.
Well, Christmas and then FanFest.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get some update on that.
Yeah. Because I'm going to go again for sure.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, the second year, hopefully it's better.
Better. Yeah.
I was thinking if they're going to do anime, because Dungeons and Dragons was amazing, and considering the hype around it, what if they do a Dungeon Dragon type of house story, how that FanFest was? Demon Slayer.
Oh. It can't because the last movie comes out next year, right?
2 more movies.
So
2020. So next 20. Yeah. So 2027 we'll get the part 2, and then 2029 we'll get part 3.
Oh, so maybe.
But I'm thinking in terms of, because the problem with Star Trek was it was too high tech without using high tech. The reason why Dungeons and Dragons was so amazing was because it was like, the Lord of the Rings, like Hobbit, and that's Demon Slayer. It's
it
like,
is true.
It's very, feudal Japan or what have you. And so it's like, there's no technology needed.
True.
And you get some good actors, you'll be fine. I don't know what else they can do, but in terms of anime,
that's one of them. I could see that. We'll see, I guess. We'll see what happens. Hopefully something good. But yeah, Horror Nights was fun. Like I said, I think I have one more in me. The year after that, I have to see what comes out.
So the future Horror Nights with the IPs determine? Pretty
much. It's going to determine if I go or not. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's very fair, and I'd have to agree to that. I think at this point, whatever the IP is, that's the only reason. But here's the thing: it'd have to be at least a couple IPs, because if it's just
one, it can be one. It has to be multiple. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's just one, it's not worth it.
No.
Because this is expensive.
It is expensive. Even the TPM is still expensive, and the Express Pass is like another $100. So I'm like, yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah.
But it has to be good. Like, I know for sure no matter what, next year I'll go. Then after that, I need to see the IPs.
See what the IPs are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully there's good IP next year.
Yeah.
Because, I would love to go again. I think I might, I don't know. Now that I've experienced it twice, where just focus on houses and then focus on this, I think the next time I go, though, I need to experience it with an Express Pass. So I think that would be
your next move.
Yeah, because I want to be able to enjoy everything. And I feel like I didn't. I had to sacrifice something.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
So, but yeah. Well, I hope everyone's enjoyed this episode. It was a fully loaded first episode of year 6.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you. I hope everyone enjoyed your opinion and thoughts on Horror Nights. Mine, I mean, there's 2 different perspectives. Everyone has their own. Clearly, if you're a fan of the IPs, then you're going to really, really enjoy what you see. If you don't really know anything of what they got going on, hopefully you get scared easily, because I'll tell you this, if you're one of those people that gets scared, you'll get it. Yeah. We're just maybe a little too desensitized, is that the word? Where we don't get affected by it.
I mean, we watch scary movies, so it doesn't really.
And we've done it so much that we kind of know
what to expect.
Yeah, it's like rhythm. When you go to these houses, you can kind of tell. You could like tell. Doom, scare, scare.
Except if it's pitch black, and then that you don't know nothing. You don't even know where you're walking.
Yeah, screw you, Jason. That was the worst. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. We do have some upcoming things happening in October. We will be giving our day-to-day movie of the day horror movies. If you already can kind of get a feel of the perspective, I mean, you're more into horror than I am, and different types of genre within horror. You guys can definitely be in for a treat on our movie picks, because I'm sure it's probably going to be night and day with some of those.
I already have half of my list, to just let you know.
I think I have almost all of them. There's 31 days. I want to say almost all of them. I just got to plant them on how. what days I want to do them, and then why I need to, because we do want to give you guys a brief.
Yeah.
So the idea and the plan is every day in October we're going to give you a movie. I might be doing this like little video clips on social media, Instagram, TikTok, and it's going to be should be close to a 60-second clip, and each of us will have 30 seconds to pick the movie and then give a brief description as to why. And again, all that's going to be our own personal opinions. So again, it might be a movie where you as a listener might think, oh, this movie is crap and it's not scary at all. But I might think it's one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. So I think that's the beauty of it. It's just going to be opinion and perspective. But yeah, no, that's the idea and the plan. So, but again, I think the biggest thing that I'm really looking forward to is the diversity of what we choose here. Cause I feel like you're going to get some good ones, some off the wall ones and some horror, and I'm probably going to be a generic, basic, but, I don't know. I feel like you'll see what my type of horror films are, and I feel like we'll see what your type of horror films are. So, and I'm even asking my wife too, because she has a whole different type of horror. She's more into horror than I am, and so horror just to make sure. And so I'm really excited for that. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I mean, hey, this is the best way to kick off year 6.
Yeah.
So
spooky season.
Yeah. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the time. And I hope everyone enjoys what they've listened to, and stay tuned.
Have a nice day, you guys. Thank you.